Welcome to my 5-minute lecture. This session will provide an overview of Chapter 11. We're on information overload. How do we separate quality of what we're exposed to and reflect on the complexity of that information to determine if we agree, are persuaded, or if it challenges our perceptions? Practicing a methodical approach to new information improves our analysis and evaluation. Being a lazy thinker, superficial in our approach, we miss details, misinterpret, make assumptions, and jump to conclusions. Analyzing a message and its delivery improves assessing accuracy, criticizing reasoning, and comparing personal perspectives to what's being presented. Diagramming sentences and creating mind or concept maps used visual tools to help understand a topic's structure using interconnecting lines to show relationships, how and if a concept relates with another. Visualization helps organize with logic, enhancing breadth of understanding, and can help improve clarity when confused. Argument maps do the same by bringing clarity to discrete elements that contribute to an argument and uncovering relationships. It helps determine if evidence supports the premise and is reliable. It identifies the quality of the line of reasoning, its logic and coherence. Gaps and weaknesses are uncovered that are not apparent on first exposure. Different perspectives are revealed to potentially find weaknesses missed. It reduces blind acceptance, forcing you to consider if your source is strong or weak. Logical structure aids development of written or oral conversation and in dissection of another's argument. Mapping allows you to scrutinize the argument, separating extraneous material from core issues, clarifying the position and claims. It reveals gaps and unwarranted assumptions, areas of doubt, confusion, or gray areas needing further investigation. It enhances depth of familiarity with the topics. There are limitations. Because of its reductionist nature, it can oversimplify. Scope can be overly narrow, missing details such as rebuttals, counterarguments, or under-the-surface complexities. Don't get lost in constructing the map. It's a tool, not the final product. The textbook provides multiple examples to demonstrate varying structures, along with helpful tools to evaluate an argument and self-evaluation when creating your own writing. These skills help your academics, but also daily life, like watching the news and surfing social media. Hone these skills to improve critical thinking on the fly, in a meeting at work or a discussion with friends or family, when you don't have a great deal of time to contemplate and research, requiring you to process and respond in a short window of time. Practice improves evaluation and analysis skills. Consider the following questions when reading, watching, or discussing. Is the presenter's own position on the issues clear? If not, are they ill-informed or a bad communicator? Can you trust a source that cannot make their position direct and clear? Are the reasons for the presenter's particular point of view clear? Vague reasons may indicate they have not done the research or the evidence might not be valid. Does it appear that the presenter's conclusion is clear and based on the evidence? You should arrive at a conclusion based on the facts presented, not a random idea or different idea than the position or premise suggests. Is there a logical progression to the line of reasoning? Is there an order to it? This contributes to clarity and the ability to connect the premise to the evidence, then to the conclusion. Is the explanation or argument well structured and easy to follow? A confusing and disorganized argument carries little weight in terms of persuasion and influence. You need to be able to understand the story to figure out the plot. Are the reasons provided clearly linked to one another in addition to the conclusion? Again, this ties to clarity and precision. Remember Paul and Elder? There needs to be a consistent flow. Does the content stay on topic and remain relevant throughout, or does it stray and go off on tangents? Focus is essential to maintaining the audience and making the points convincing. Are the primary reasons and major points obviously and explicitly presented? Do they stand out clearly, or are they more implied, requiring you to infer? When your audience needs to try to figure out what you're trying to say, it can lead to assumptions and misunderstanding because you're leaving the interpretation up to them. Are there valid and reliable data and research used as supporting evidence to strengthen the presenter's argument? Are sources specifically referenced and provided for further review? Just sharing a fact or statistic should not be enough to convince. You want to know the currency and the authority of where the information comes from. Does the presenter make a reasoned evaluation of the counterposition, especially when it contradicts his or her own point of view? Are the presenter's biases, beliefs, and self-interests unfairly distorting the argument? If the explanation is highly opinionated and one-sided, it's not necessarily treating the topic open-mindedly and is being used as a manipulation, not to be informative. Are there any inconsistencies or contradictions in the message? When making a point, it's essential that the presenter stay true to the topic, otherwise the power of influence and persuasion are lost, and the story is no longer considered credible. Use these evaluative measures when doing peer reviews and replies. Consider how to explain them when writing your critiques. Make sure to review this week's lecture for resources that dive deeper into these topics. Thanks for watching.